Hello, what's tonight, and welcome to the Sharkyyy. I'm the JayoSharkyyy, and we are back yet again for the newest Adopt Me update. This is the quality of life and the Magpie update. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Happy update day. This week, a new Magpie pet joins Inspector Shepard's mission. Some more pages to decorating profiles and other quality of life changes, which we are going over all of them. If I count this correct, I don't know if I counted correct. I think there's like 20 changes. So we're going over them so we don't get confused. Anyways, new pets and petware. We have the Magpie for 1,050 bucks. And we have the K9 Handler Cat for 200 bucks. This replaced last week's incident where they released a hat, but it was like really similar to a hat that's been out before and is rare. So they're like, let's delete that. So they did that, and I guess it's just our replacement for a lot cheaper. And then here are all of our quality of life changes. Stay tuned for that. I'll go over that in a little bit. All right, but here we are in Adopt Me. As tradition, we gotta turn up my volume because I don't do that. Let me go over here to the bell and let me get my 20 bucks for Adopt Me's admin abuse tomorrow. The admin abuses have been getting better. They're a lot more enjoyable to play and whatnot. So, I mean, that's just amazing. All right, we're going to ignore everything. And we're going to start off by a quality of life change and also hop right into the update. So the first quality of life is that you can now see when your lure is ready in your task board. So when you load in, obviously this thing's beeping at you to look at 10,000 different things. But one of those new 10,000 different things is that your lure is ready. So you don't need to check every hour. Like, oh, has it been 4 hours yet? No, it hasn't. It'll let you know. Another thing that I noticed is we get double the amount of bucks now for saving animals, but it's also double the amount of animals that we need to save. So here we are. We're back here. As you can see, we have the Magpie here for 1,050 bucks. We'll buy one of those. Yeah, we'll buy one of those. And obviously still these sneak weasels here for 1,500 bucks. The Magpie is a uncommon, and what's the sneak weasel? Is a rare, so yeah, fair price, sure, whatever. We ball. All right, I'm hearing a bunch of alarms go off. So let's just start by saving these magpies, shall we? Yeah. All right, I already saw a couple over here. Let's go over here. I just gotta, yeah, that's my pet pen. There we go. I just saved, what, 3 animals? Because I'm, like, amazing. Yes, my pet pen. All full grown. That is a problem I will deal with in a second. There we go. Let's pay some extra bucks. All right. Let's head on over to the next siren over here to save these pets as if they can't fly their way back home. Like, come on, guys. It's not that difficult. But yeah, like I mentioned, this update is pretty tame. So it's just a continuation of last week where I just go around, what is it, every half an hour and collect some more awesome pets. So there we go. We got 5. We got to look for one more. And I see the bird. It's the Magpie. It's the Magpie. Yep, we good now. There we go. And get our 100 extra bucks. I'll take the 100 extra bucks, you know? Like, I mean, I can buy the Aztec egg. Because, you know, we love the Aztec egg. Alrighty, so let's go over all these quality of life updates. And when they say quality of life, you think of some really niche things that barely happen. But there's a lot of great things. We already covered the lures. Honestly, already game changing. I'm already really happy about that because I do forget. I forget a lot. I'm a forgetful person. But another quality of life feature here is that all pet eyes can now be painted in the salon. Let's see if that includes the Magpie. Which ones are the eyes? Those are the wings. That's the mouth. These are the eyes. That is absolutely terrifying, but I mean, quality of life. While we're here in the salon talking about the pet painter, let's head over to our profile. This is my profile. It's a mess. I know. I gotta switch it up. As you can see, if I click on preview here, or you don't even have to, you can see that my pets, they now have their adorable pet wear on. So as you can see, for my shark, I have the hat and glasses. For Jammy the goat, we have our Santa hat and our little elf shoes. But that goes for every pet that you now display. You can now see it. You can now see the pet wear and also the coloring. Also, we now have 7 freaking profile pages instead of 5. So you can display, oh my gosh, do I have anything painted? That's like still painted. I don't even know. I don't even think so. Here I do. My dinosaur. Look at that. It has the paint and obviously the Mega Neon. I don't have Mega Neon paints. Hello, I'm broke. And the petware. Pretty amazing. So you can see the colors and the petware on your profile page, and there are more profile pages for you to add, because I mean, why have 5 when you can have 7? Also, an amazing feature, we see the little M in the back of Mega. When we go to our backpack, what I used to do is whenever I had something full grown here, for example, I have it locked so it stands out. But now, who on earth is giving my Shih Tzu a toy? Hello, that's my animal. Who is you? What the fart? That's really funny. Anyways, a new filter in the backpack is full grown. Look at that. You can now sort it by age. So if I only want to see my full grown pets, I can do that. I can disable all of this. Takes a minute. Confirm. These are all of my full grown pets. So I now know what I can make Neon. That is a lot of full grown pets. Holy crap. I got Neons to make. But yeah, another filter. I should see there's also a filter for locked and unlocked. And I just realized you can do none. You can do all, none, and then customize it. That was kind of embarrassing that I clicked them one by one, but whatever. For our next quality of life is viewing your friends list. Whenever you have someone online or offline, at least I think. When you're online, for example, I got Ninja Noob is me. That was actually taking care of my pet, thank you. If you're watching this, thank you. But when we click on them, not the teleport, not the gear, but when we click on them, like anywhere else, click on it, boom, there's their entire profile where you can trade them, and you can look, you can look at their profile. That's amazing. Let's see. Same for our offline friends here. This is from one of my YouTube videos accounts, where you can just look at people's profile, even when they're offline, as long as they're on your friends list. Because if you go to nearby and you click on it, never mind, you can also see their profile, even if you don't have them added, like some random person. I can just click on it and I can see their profile if they have their profile done. That's pretty good. For our next quality of life is, it doesn't just affect vehicles, it affects anything with a color setting. But when you buy something, I was like, I wonder what color it looks good with. Black, brown, pink, red, green, blue, whatever you want. By now, there's a little preview of what your item will look like. This could be for cars. Maybe it can be for boats. It can be for boats. It can be for anything. When you pick a color, you can now see a preview. And I mean, honestly, that's goated. That's goated right there. For our next quality feature is in the journal. I know, the journal is becoming a little bit more useful. Never thought I would see this coming. But when you click on the journal and you go to pets, for example, it looks a little bit different. Now you can see where they are originated from. So for example, there's like a little icon here by the ant that shows me a cracked egg, a pet egg, and a royal egg. And when I click on it, this item comes from multiple sources. Pick an item, pet egg. And I can see the pet egg in the journal. And then when there is something that you can buy for bucks, as you see, it shows above here how much it is. And then I can click go. And then it will navigate me to where I can buy it. Which, for example, the pet egg is in the nursery. And this applies for more than just the basic egg. What I saw also was, here we go. Boom, pet egg, found it, amazing. Another thing could be for the Magpie. Where's the Magpie? Oh, wow, I don't know how it's spelled. Magpie, I see 10,050 bucks because it's in the game right now. Go. And then it'll tell me where to go and buy the Magpie. Pretty interesting, pretty useful, because sometimes I do question, when on earth did this pet become in the game? Because I did stop playing for a bit. Where did this come from? And now it'll like tell me. And you know, sometimes we look at this amazing egg like Oh my god, what is it? The meerkat? No, not the meerkat. The muskrat. So high in value because no one knows where to find it. Well, now you do. For our next feature, a little bit more on the niche side. Ooh, my lure. Thank you very much. What we have here is the money tree. It's not golden anymore. It's green. Why is it green? Bam. 16 bucks. 16 bucks. Yep, that is true because they doubled the amount of money you can get per real life day. So instead of 100 bucks a day, which would be 8 bucks every Adopt Me day, I don't know exactly. I don't know the time limit, but every time I clicked on it, I would get like 8 bucks maximum. Now it'll be 16 bucks to total to the 200 bucks limit instead of just 100 bucks. This is kind of amazing because neons have been easier to make, less tasks, money's been increased, we got the paychecks back. So them buffing the money tree, it was about time. Alrighty, we are now in a trading server, which the chat is pretty dead. Why? Because of Roblox. But as you see in front of me, we got my pets here. And it now has a needs disabled tag to remind you that this is a trading server. If you want to do needs, go home, ET. Go home. But that is pretty much update. Quick, simple, easy, sure, whatever. But thank you so much for jumping in. I appreciate it very, very much. And I hope so again next week for another Adopt Me update. Now, currently, something to note is that there's no update being teased at the moment. Like, normally they give us a little hint, right? But this time, it just says, new update in the world of Adopt Me. So we don't know what it's gonna be yet. Hopefully a new egg. But without further ado, thank you so much for jumping in. I appreciate it very much. I'll see you again sooner or later. I repeat myself a lot. Bye, everybody. Bye.